Hello all, welcome to Lavish Learners YouTube channel. So this video is about web development. Many of you are asking for the web development tutorial. So we are planning to start web development tutorial. Before going to start the tutorial, you need to know some very basic information regarding this web development domain. According to my knowledge, I will share my view on web development, like what is web development and why we need to learn web development, what are the skills you need to have to become a web developer, what are the roles we have in this domain. So these are the stuff related to web development which I will share in this video. So without any late, let's start. Firstly, what is web development? What gets to your mind when you hear that the word web development? Web development. By the name itself, we can say that developing. Developing, or you can say creating. Developing and creating is okay, but creating of what? Developing of what? Developing of websites or web applications is what we need to know when we have a question that what is web development is. We can simply say that development is for creating or developing of websites or web applications. You can see here, this is a technical definition we have for web development. Web development is the building and maintenance of websites, or web development is a work involved in developing a website for the internet. So this is a technical definition. Next is that why to create websites, why we need to create website, how important websites are. We have a big question in front of. So to make you clear how important websites are, just think logically. For suppose if you are into the business field, then you will definitely look up for a website. Yes or no? This is applicable for people who want to stay as competitive and grow their business. You, for example, you consider Amazon. Without the help of e-commerce website, you can't run their business. They can't run their business. Yes or no? We as users or customers of Amazon, buying or purchasing the products with the help of the website. Without the website, think how we can buy the products. How they can do the business online. How can they do business online without the website? Not only Amazon, even Flipkart, Myntra, Udemy, Udacity, many more. With the websites are the base for their business. Without the websites, they can't run their business online. So websites are now a critical component for any business. To stay competitive, you need to have a website. By this, I can conclude and I can strongly say that there is no shortage of work for people who are working in web development. For web development domain, there will be no shortage of work. So we have three important roles in web development domain. One is front-end developer, second is a back-end developer, third is a full-stack developer. So these are the primary roles of this domain, web development domain. Let me say you practically about each of these roles. Firstly, front-end developer. What is front-end? What type of work handled in front-end? What are the front-end languages? Or what are the skills you need to know to become a front-end developer? You need to be aware of all these questions before moving on to the back-end part. Let's see. Just visit any website of your choice and have a look of entire website. You can see I have visited Udemy website. So after landing to the site, you can able to see the text they have used in this site, and you can able to see the logo. You can see the logo over here and the colors they have used: blue color, yellow, red, everything. You can see the colors they have used, and even pictures. You can able to see the pictures. You can even able to scroll the screen up and down, right? So how can you able to see or experience all this stuff on Udemy website? How is it possible? How can you able to see all this on the Udemy website? Whatever, everything you are seeing on this Udemy website is Made possible because of a front-end developer. Yes, front-end developer. Using the front-end languages, he made possible. Front-end developer able to possible this. Everything, whatever you are seeing on the website is made possible because of a front-end developer by using the front-end languages. Even logo might have designed by some designer. Pictures may be taken by some photographer, or text or content is given or written by some content writer or copywriter, whatever. Each and every component like colors, text, images, logos, everything are an individual stuff. Yes or no? But front-end developer assembled all these individual stuff and translated them into a single web page. You can able to see all the logos, logo images they have used, and colors, text, everything in a single site. Yes or no? This is assembled by the front-end developer. He made each and every component into a single web page. You can able to see everything on a single site. So by using the front-end languages, he is able to create a web page like this, website like this. Okay, so let's see what are the front-end languages we have. So these are the languages we have: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So these are the very basic languages that every developer have to know. Every web developer should know these languages. Even backend developer and full stack developer. They have to be fluent with these three languages: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And these are the frameworks and libraries we have in front-end language, front-end development: AngularJS, React.js, Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a framework used for creating your website responsive. jQuery, SAS, it is a extension of CSS, and some other libraries and frameworks: Foundation, Materialize CSS, Backbone.js, Express.js, Ember.js. These are some frameworks and libraries we have in front end. So let's move on to backend. I hope at this point you have got some idea about front end. But how front end of website is possible? In some websites, we were asked to enter some sort of information, right? So how and where the data is stored, how the information what we have given to their website, how the information is stored and where the information is stored. So before answering this, I forgot to mention one thing, that front end part. That in front end part, I have forgot to mention that front end is a client side of website, which means user interacts directly. Website that user interacts directly is a front end website. So user can experience directly, user can able to see directly without any other application, without the help of any other application, user can able to see directly. User can experience directly, able to see the logos, pictures, colors, and many without the help of any application. So this is why front end is called a client side of website, whereas backend is a server side of website. Front end is a client side, back end is a server side of website. So where it comes to the question, what makes the front end of a website possible, and where and how the data is stored. So this is where backend comes in. Backend is packed with the three components: server, database, and an application. So backend consists of these three components: server, application, and database. In order to communicate with each other, server, application, and database, backend developer use server-side languages and tools. Server-side languages like PHP, Java, and .NET, and tools like MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, SQL. These are the database we use. With the help of a database, we can even store the data, we can manipulate the data. So manipulation of data has happened in the backend part. So with the help of server-side languages, which means server and backend database, So all these three, server, application, database, will communicate with each other. So they use to make server, application, and database communicate with each other. Backend developers use server side languages and tools like database. So backend part makes sure everything on front end part works fine. And in backend part of website, user cannot directly interact but can indirectly access the backend part of website with the help of front end application. So for example, I'll be explaining you practically with an example. So if you want to enroll any of the course in Udemy website, you will be asked to enter some sort of information. You will then asked to register, and you will be registered in their site. So each time when you return to the Udemy website and log in, when you give your login credentials, your data is called up. Yes or no? You will be identified and it will not ask for register again. So how does it happen? Ever thought about it? This is because when you register your information, when you given your information, so that information is stored in the database. When you log in, it identifies you that you have already registered in their website, and that's why your data is called up. So concept of server databases only happen in the backend part. There is no concept of having a server or a database or data manipulation in front end part. There is no concept of database, data storage, server side languages in the front end part. So the main difference between front end and back end is user can interact directly with the front end application in a front end of website, but user cannot interact directly in back end, but can interact indirectly with the help of a front end application. So backend is how everything works. You cannot experience directly. So I'll be showing. So if you see here in a register page, you can see a form. Yes or no? You can see full name, email, password. This is a form. Okay. When you register form, which means you can able to see, right? You can able to see this form, which means it is a front end. When you enter the details, it will get registered, it will store the data, which means backend. Like which means that with the help of a front end, backend is accessed. So we can access the backend indirectly with the help of a front end application. We are able to register, we are able to access the backend part. Yes or no? So which means that user cannot interact directly in backend, but with the help of a front end application, user can interact indirectly with the help of the front end application. You can able to register in the Udemy website. So this is a main difference. In front end, we can access directly, but in backend, we can access but indirectly. So these are some of the backend languages: PHP, C++, Java, Python, JavaScript, Node.js. JavaScript is both the front end and backend language, scripting language. So these are some of the backend languages we use. So let's move on to the full stack. Full stack is like both the combination of front end and back end. Full stack is both the combination of front end and back end. Full stack. Stack here is nothing but a layer. If you consider front end as a first layer and second layer as a back end, so you need to have experience in both the layers, front end layer and back end layer. So having an experience is very important in a full stack development. So if you are having experience in both front end and back end, then you will be called as a full stack developer. So full stack developer need to be able to immediately identify the client side as well as server side responsibilities. So full stack developer should be responsible for the entire website in the sense front end website and back end website, able to identify the responsibilities of both server side and client side website. So this is what full stack is, having the experience in both front end and back end. So I hope you're clear with this. So according to my knowledge and experience, I have shared my view on this domain. So if you have any queries, please comment below. Thanks for watching.